What happens when one of the world's most powerful intelligence agencies runs secret experiments on the human mind? In the early years of the Cold War, a pervasive dread hung over daily life. Citizens were trained to see a nuclear strike as an imminent, unseen threat. While the public prepared for physical fallout, the U.S. government feared a new theater of war. They believed their adversaries were successfully weaponizing psychology itself. Internal audits at the CIA revealed a total lack of scientific knowledge. They had no established data to counter or replicate the mental maneuvers they suspected were being perfected abroad. The agency launched a highly classified directive to close that knowledge gap. They called it MK Ultra. To survive a war fought entirely in the shadows, leadership decided their only option was to operate without public oversight or medical ethics. The project began with localized laboratory studies. These initial experiments focused purely on the mechanics of basic psychological conditioning. Researchers looked for ways to use external stimuli, like sensory deprivation or drug-induced stress, to forcibly alter a subject's behavioral pathways. Success in conditioning behavior encouraged researchers to target the source of identity, memory. They hypothesized that if a behavioral pathway could be rewritten, then the internal record of an event could be isolated, deleted, or replaced entirely. Testing this required extreme chemical doses and psychological stressors designed to shatter a subject's mental state so it could be rebuilt from scratch. Because these actions violated existing laws, the experiments were shielded from all legal and ethical review, with records often destroyed or heavily redacted. In their pursuit of total mental control, the government viewed its own citizens as raw test variables in a covert war. In the 1970s, the veil of secrecy was pierced. Years of hidden operations were dragged into the light through intense congressional investigations. Families watched televised testimonies detailing experiments conducted on soldiers and psychiatric patients. These public records revealed exactly how far the agency was willing to go. The exposure coincided with the fallout of the Watergate scandal. These combined betrayals turned institutional skepticism into a defining feature of the era. The documented reality of the program provided the foundation for modern controversy. These proven facts became the blueprint for contemporary conspiracy theories. MK Ultra left behind a history of broken medical ethics and a lasting deficit in public trust. It remains a self-inflicted wound on the national psyche. The secret attempt to map and control the mind resulted in a culture that views government authority with inherent suspicion. By weaponizing psychology, the agency ensured that the public would remain guarded against the very institutions meant to protect